My 29M wife, 29F, cheated on me. She cheated on me. We have been together for 8 years, married for almost one. She said she wasn't sure if we were going to work and maybe it would be best if we separate, cited a bunch of issues that had come up years ago. However, we had worked through those and hadn't encountered them in years, so it didn't make sense. I confronted her after making another anonymous Reddit post and gained some advice. She admitted she had slept with another man, so I kicked her out. She has been home nonstop with the pandemic and was borderline depressed, it seemed. She has since told me repeatedly how much she regrets it, and how much more she loves me and is connected to me than some guy she had only known for a few days. But the fact she met a guy and so quickly wound up cheating is insane to me. I've never had anything but complete trust. This rocked me and was very unexpected. We were planning on getting first time homeowner loans the week it came out. Now she is staying with her parents and we talk periodically. I've had tremendous amounts of anger and sadness depending on the time of day. She thinks she wants to work through it, but she also is going to go to the mountains with her family for a week and think about things. I don't know what to do. On one hand, her and she betrayed my trust. On the other, I've never loved anyone like this and value our marriage and potential future if she were willing to work through it. But then I wonder if she would respect me if I took her back, if it's already too wrecked. If she decides she may be that grass is greener on the other side, I'm just confused and am unsure what to do. I've tried to not talk to her too much while she's gone because it's either emotional discussion or me being a witch ultimately just makes me hurt. Help, preferably from people that have been through something similar, but I'm open to perspectives. Update. We spoke again last night and we cried together a bunch and talked about our relationship. She has agreed to stay with her family a few hours away for the next few weeks. They go from the 22nd through the 29th of this month to Colorado. She told me she needs to feel if this is a mistake and that she wants no contact till then. After that, if I'm willing, she would like to talk to me. She swears she won't communicate with this other guy either, but I really just don't believe her. I forgave her for everything. We are all human, and I unconditionally love her. She didn't seem keen on couples therapy and instead wants to do individual therapy for herself. She said I let her walk all over me and that it caused her to lose respect for me. She also talked about how she has had intimacy issues for a while and she doesn't know how to fix that. We would have sex every week, maybe twice, and it would always be great and we would feel connected, but just the act of engaging always seemed to be more of a struggle than it used to be. She would shut me down often. It always had to be on her terms, it seemed. I've never had anything but complete trust. This rocked me and was very unexpected. We were planning on getting first time homeowner loans the week it came out. Now she is staying with her parents, and we talk periodically. I've had tremendous amounts of anger and sadness, depending on the time of day. She thinks she wants to work through it, but she also is going to go to the mountains with her family for a week and think about things. I don't know what to do. On one hand, her and she betrayed my trust. On the other, I've never loved anyone like this and value our marriage and potential future if she were willing to work through it. Her family has promised to keep my updated periodically in secret because they all love me and want it to work out. They have been blessing and showering me with love during this time. I am expecting it to be over. I am going to spend these next few weeks returning to the gym and focusing on what I've been missing out on while I was with her. It will be difficult to not reach out, but I gotta do it. If this is the end, she agreed that we could annul the marriage and it wouldn't turn into anything nasty. Not that I have much she could take away. My friends and family have been very supportive, and I actually got lots of great advice from my original post. After we meet in a few weeks and talk, I'll update you then. Story 2. Husband has been sleeping with a teenager. Wrote this at 1 a.m. in the morning. Just catching up complicated. Might be a better sub for this, if anyone knows one. Most likely not the correct sub, but my life is messed and I just don't know what to call this. My 33F husband, 32M, has been having sex for a year and a half with a 15-year-old girl. In my house every time I went out. Over 20 times, she claims. We have been together for 15 years. He moved in with my family when he was 16 due to his own family problems. His half cousin, 37F, is my best friend. The 15-year-old girl is her daughter. He has known her since she was born. He helped teach her how to walk and watched her grow up. They are second half cousins. I am so disgusted, horrified, angry, sad, and guilty for not protecting her. She lived with me for the last 2 years because her dad sexually and physically abused her. Her stepmom tried to kill her, and her mother was not allowed to have her for other reasons. She has a ton of trauma and other problems. She is and was like a daughter to me. I called her my niece, and she called me stepdad and him uncle. I thought I could trust my husband. I really did. Where I live, this is illegal. Canada. 16 is the year of consent. It has been happening since 14. When I found out, I called the police and reported him. He is gonna go to jail. He has still not spoken to police, but they are building a case. My niece refuses to speak to police, but she was the one who came clean to me about it. He admitted to it after I punched him in the face. My niece and him claim they are in love, that they turn to each other because they share trauma from both being in bad households growing up. She is not grown up though. She is 15. I had to stop talking to her. She moved into a group home. I feel terrible, like I abandoned my kid. I know it's not her fault and I still love her, but need some time. She claims they are not speaking anymore. We also have an 8-year-old son together, that my niece called her little brother. All he knows is that we are separating and dad's moving out, that his cousin had to move because she needed more space. I have been a stay-at-home mom for 8 years. I have next to zero education, no financial help, almost zero work experience because I had my kid at 25 and was just a cashier before that. He said he will cover rent and bills till February or until something changes. Working on getting help for after that. It's a process. I am so worried about my son. What am I gonna do when he goes to jail? Scared for my niece and her mental health. It has been 26 days. We are splitting time with our son right now. I have no choice. Anyone have any advice for my super strange situation?